Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and now I'm going to cover the Pro Division qualifying round of the Monster Tournament. Sorry for getting this out so late. It's 11 p.m. on Monday. I was actually up at 4 a.m. this morning starting to play Rookie, and then when I got to work at 8, 2 employees called off. So instead of me working 8 to 5 like I was supposed to, I ended up working 8 to 8:30, so 12.5 hour shift. But I still came home and knocked out Pro so that you could all have some good qualifying material. All right, so minus 16 on this Pro round. Good score, but as you know, in this tournament, a couple different things. One, this was a Tour 7 staple, so people are used to this tour. Two, we've played this tour so many times, it's just washed up. We play it many times throughout the year. We always play it on Halloween for the tournament. So at this point, people just have so much experience on this course that if you're a newer player, you're really at a significant disadvantage, on Sunshine Glades. But lucky for you, I've been playing this game for a few years, so I know what to do on this course. Here we go. Hole number 1, 20% at max. You can play this one with the Katana. You can play it with the Kingmaker. You can play it with the Titan. Titan would use more curl. You can even play it with the side spin 4, side spin 5 ball if you wanted to and make the drive easier. Me, no need to burn a Kingmaker here on a short par 4. Katana, plenty of juice, a little bit of OP with a full ball of curl to the left as you see here. We are going with backspin. We are going with full side spin to the left. We use a little bit of overpower just to make sure we get over that bunker. You can see here we go over the bunker by a mile, no problem. Easy chip in for hole number 1. That's going to take us to hole number 2. We're going to play this one 15% at mid. I did drop this on both my accounts, so I did start off -4 on both of my pro accounts. We're going to go with 2 bars of topspin. And we're going to take a look at the setup here. Here we're going to be going with the yellow ring on the rough. Ball guideline really nicely through the pin. Remember that top spin was applied first. Here it looks like we are aiming, favoring the left side of the pin, so left side of the flagstick. 4.6 mile per hour wind, very low for a pro when using a Kingmaker. This can get up from I believe 4.5 up to 6.5 when you're using a Kingmaker. So here we got the bottom of the barrel on the wind, which we're going to take, but it comes in very nicely, pretty much landed left of the flag stick exactly where we're aiming. Here's another look at it with 5.3 mile per hour wind, so 1 shot in the 4s, 1 shot in the 5s, same thing. Look at that, right off the bat, boom, we're applying the top spin, no side spin, yellow ring on the rough, aiming left-hand side of the flag stick, the ball guideline completely in the hole though, as you can see here. Make our adjustment, and then we hit perfect, and this ball slides into the hole very nicely again for that hole-in-one on hole number 2. A little higher wind this time, so you see we got a little bit of push there to the right-hand side, but it's always nice when you can drop a shot in different wind structures like that. Hole number 3, our first par 5. Every hole basically in this tournament can be dropped. We're going to go 6 top, 3 bars of side spin to the right. Here we're just going to go from fairway to fairway. We're going to use this little hill here, and we're also going to be using curl to the right. We're going to be using curl to the right because the wind is pushing to the left. One thing in pro on this drive here is we can get pushed into the sand, which is why I'm going with heavy curl to the right. So if you just kind of mimic that right curl, you'll be totally fine. And you see here, we have no fears of going into the sand. We land really nicely onto the fairway, leaving us for what looks like a great opportunity for the Albatross here. 0% at mid is what this looks like. Thing I like here is we get to get some good backspin, so that's always good ball control. 4 back, 1 bar, a side spin to the left. It looks like I back up to 3 backspin. So 3 back, 1 left. That backspin, okay, that's going to vary depending on your drive. So you could play it between 3 and 4. I said 4 because that's what I played on my other account, but this account was 3. 3 back, 1 left. You see here, I pulled it about, what was that, 4.5, 4.6 rings. Only 5 mile per hour wind. Perfect ball. Just barely missed to the left-hand side there. So, you know, this would be a good, let's take a look at this one here. I'm pretty tired, so let me make sure that, okay, let's look at this together. 5-0, 0 elevation, yeah, 4.6 there, okay. So what do we want to do here differently? How far did we miss it by? Oh boy, that's, man, we hardly missed it by anything. Wait a minute. 5. Man, okay. You know what I would do differently here is I would be inclined on this one. I don't normally do this on, like, when I do this, but this is how I normally figure shots out. So 4-8 would look good. Yeah, 5%. Okay, so I would try at 5% at mid, you know. 5% at mid makes us pull about 0.2 more rings, maybe 0.3. And if I had pulled that, that ball would have dropped for sure. So that's just kind of a look of how I figure stuff out. But, all right, there we go. Let's go hole number 4. Gives you a good chance. Hole number 4, you know, we could try to drive green, but great shot. Going to put you in the water 9 out of 10 times, especially in this wind angle. We're just going to take the safe route. Again, Kingmaker makes this shot a lot easier. Short par 4. Don't really need the Kingmaker. 6 top, 3 bars, a side spin to the left. I would play the 6 top even if you're using the Kingmaker. Here I'm using a Katana, which is why I went with a little bit of OP. And you're also going to notice the left-hand curl. The left-hand curl is very important for me on this hole because I don't want to be... This is where experience on this course comes into play. I don't want to be up here at all because if you do that, you have to take a really crappy end-bringer shot to pin, and this green is very inconsistent. The reason we want to be back here is because this is going to be thorn, okay? That's why I use the left curl to get myself into thorn range. I want to be further away from the pin so that I can use that club. Now, with all that being said, I didn't even make the stupid shot, but it is what it is. 10% at minimum, you're going to see here that we are just in thorn range, all right? That's how close we are. That's why we need that left curl to bail us out. We want to get left-hand side of that fairway. Yeah, now, you're going to notice here, you know, a little bit more than 2 bars of backspin. I went with no side spin. Thing that I should have remembered and known is that this green, look at the green, look how hilly it is. It slopes from right to left. So with a perfect ball here, I'm going to miss this one to the right, and that's only because of how this green rolls. Other than that, this is a good shot. So what do we need to do? See here, look at this. Oop, just going to make me roll right past the hole onto the left-hand side. We need to offset that to favor that, or add some right side spin. All right, that's a good one that we need to go ahead and practice. You know, if you're off to a good start, go ahead and practice there. It's just a Katana, so it's not like we're really using anything too valuable. But that's a good look at hole number 4. You can make that shot. That was a boneheaded mistake by me, and go figure, that was the first hole that I picked up and started playing again after my 12.5-hour workday. So a little bit of mistake there, but that's all right. Okay, let's check this hole out. Hole 4, 15% at max. Set your spin first. 3 bars of side spin to the left, combined with about 0.8 top. Look at the ball guide line going past the pin. Complete ball guide line, left-hand side of the cup. Ball guide line is not touching the cup, and it's not in the cup. It's just barely on the outside. Sniper 10, blue ring on the rough. You see the setup point there? This is good because the setup point is really easy to copy. Again, we're going to pull this one 15% at mid. Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. 15% at max, I think. Sorry, 15% at max. At least I'm catching my vocal mistakes. Okay, now back to where we were. 15% at max. Now again, this hole is going to be a little wonky. This is only 4.5 mile per hour wind. So again, we're at the bare minimum here when it comes to a Kingmaker on Pro Division. But, we're going to take whatever the game gives us. That's all we can do. Even with the low wind push, I still come in a fraction to the right. So that's something that we have to keep in mind. Lower wind, we need to offset a little bit more to the left. Higher wind, we need to offset even more to the left. We like the speed. Obviously, the speed comes in dead perfect. It's just about getting the little small tweaks there to get that one to drop. We just got to be more left-hand side, it looks like. All right. This is going to be hole number 6. Hole number 6, Kingmaker because of headwind. Full top with your quarterback, full left spin, blue ring on the rough line. No need to pull elevation here. You can take a little bit of an OP shot if you want to. You notice here I'm basically playing this one straight up. But in this wind angle, we don't even have to adjust for wind. There's no reason to pull our club into overpower when we flip the screen around. There's just too much fairway to work with here. We don't have to even worry about it. Shot number 2, we're going to play 10% at mid. Anytime you're getting, a direct headwind or a direct tailwind shot, those are the easiest, in my opinion, to pick up drops on. Now, no long-range albatrosses are easy by any means, but if I had to pick a wind angle, this is what I would pick outside of, direct tailwind, which is better. But we're going to go, you see the spin here? One back, one right, just like that. Boom, boom. One back, one right. Notice where the ball guideline is aiming. So left-hand side of the cup, okay? You'll be able to see it there. You saw it. Where's my take shot button? Oh, that's because I played each other. Both my pro accounts got matched up, so I was just doing a screen recording off my other account. That's why it's not there. All right, so albatross in the hole. There we go. Hole number 6, pick out the albatross. Hole number 7, listen, hole number 7, when I get this wind angle, I always go for green. There are many ways to play a hole number 7, and that's just going to depend on the player. One thing you could do is you could go from fairway to fairway on the left-hand side. That leaves you with kind of a crappy shot to pin, though. It plays super inconsistent. There's always the layup option to where you could actually take your drive with this sniper on this hole way down here at the bottom of the screen and then take a rough bump sniper to pin. That shot typically plays shot to somewhere between 0% and typically around -5%. So it plays uphill. You could always do that one. Or you could just take a powerful club if you got it, like, your extra mile 8, 9, your APOC 5 or 6s. Here I have an APOC 6, so obviously, it's a beefed up club. It has a little bit more top spin than an APOC 5, I believe. But regardless, I've played this shot many, many times throughout this course, and I haven't always had these clubs. And, I've got replays saved of hitting this shot with extra mile 8s. I've got replays saved with hitting it with APOC 5s. Sometimes this requires a little bit of OP. But you're going to see here, we're landing down here at the bottom part of the fairway because obviously I clipped the rough and rolled out. Here, I'm taking a shot 20% at club distance. I'm not the best when it comes to the Embringer roll. I'm not the best right here on this club at gauging where I'm at. But I took my best guess at it. Here in 6 miles per hour wind, I think I played at 4.5 rings. I always play at 20%. Yeah, 4.5 rings. So I played it somewhere around like 65 to 70% slider. And I really hate talking about slider on pro, but it's these shots right here with the long range Embringer that you got to get it on. And you'll see here, with hole number 4 and this one here, hole number 7, I miss these two shots or else we could be staring down the barrel of a -18 round, leaving these both right here at pin. But we can say that for any tournament, but it kind of stinks missing these little bitty shots, right? Because these are shots we have to drop in order to win. All right. Takes us on to our next hole. This is going to be the par 3, hole number 8. Played this one 10% at mid. You know, again, getting direct headwind there to start off with. Not bad. I'm going here with no side spin. I've got on a baby amount of top spin. You'll kind of see this the setup point here again. This is a slight offset to the left. A little bit of the ball guideline in the hole. Perfect shot, so you get to learn from my miss here. Comes in a little bit too hot. Other than that, that ball would have dropped if it wasn't coming in that fast. As you saw there, it was in the hole and bounced out. So, you know, we could probably just leave the top spin alone, even in heavy wind. So this is the opposite of what I was getting on some of those other par 3s. This one's 6.5. That's as high as it gets with the Kingmaker and Pro. And I even had just a little bit of top spin on here. So, you know, we could probably reduce that a little bit. And shoot, look at this. Oof, that would have been close. I don't know if it would have dropped. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? We'll never know, but we could probably move the offset over a little bit, not so heavy on the left-hand side. Move it over a hair to the right. Take that top spin off, and you're super duper close on hole number 8. Take us into hole number 9, where I do pick up that Alba. Playing with the Titan here. We're just going to let this ball rip. This one's always easier if you use a P5 ball. But I'm saving mine, well, for the most part, until the next rounds. Because these scores, listen, these scores are going to be stupid high. They just are. We're going to have to pull out some big boy balls here to make sure that we make the cuts moving forward. At least to try to make the cuts. Who knows what's going to happen in rookie and pro. You know, you're seeing rookie cutoffs today at -16. There's going to be people shooting -16 that aren't going to make it. Like, think about how crazy that is. That's 4 drops in 9 holes, and you're not going to make it. I've got friends of mine who are showing me -16 cards, and they're not even on the cut. They're like in 11th place. I mean, just absolutely bananas. All right, so I laugh. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny. All right, so 10% at mid. That's basically 1-to-1. Here we go, backspin. I always like when I get to use backspin like this with the sniper. I feel like I got good control over my ball. 4 back, 1 left. You take a look at the ball guideline here. Again, just a slightly favor to the left-hand side. Let's get in there and take a look at that one. Bingo, there it is. 5.2 with the Titan. We'll take that every time. Anything in the 5s is beautiful for Pro Division. But hey, that's it. Again, I apologize about getting this thing out so late, but you know, crazy work day when you have 2 people call off and I gotta pick up their hours. So there it is, Albatross in the hole. Let's go. I will see you all hopefully in the next round. And then we just got to put our heads down and hit perfect shots, because if we don't in the next round, we're not making the cuts in high skill levels tier 3. So, hey, good luck, everybody. Good night.